think, and I'm not the Porsche expert as you are, but I think for me, looking at it from a brand or collectability standpoint, I would be surprised to see the GT2 RS come back just because of what that car represents in the collectible automotive world. That is a unicorn of cars. You can get them, but they are drastically different than the price of a GT3 RS. You can buy 2 GT3 RSs right now for a GT2 RS.
Yeah, but you also got to keep in mind, companies don't like when their product skyrockets like that, because as GT2 RSs have come up in the market, you really don't see them being driven as much, other than when you're at a Cars and Coffee. Or
but that's part of what it is as an ownership experience for those people. You know, it's not to continue to talk Mercedes, but we went through it with Mercedes. So middle of COVID, they make an announcement, all V8s done, not producing them anymore. We're out of it. G-Wagons, not producing them anymore. And the market went absolutely ballistic, and these people wanted them, and people were paying whatever they had to get them because they wanted to be the ones to have the last one.
Now you can buy
and then all of a sudden,
MSRP.
Year and a half later, they're everywhere in the marketplace. They're not going to stop making them. They just announced the special edition the other day. You know, the other one, and I think I mentioned this to you, is maybe a month and a half ago. Dodge went through, they're actually currently, I think, in litigation still, because they announced that their Durango Hellcat, they announced at a car show on a stage that they were only going to produce X amount. It would be the last one ever made. They're never going to make it again. And these people went out there in the marketplace and paid what they had to get them and went ballistic for them. Well, guess what? Dodge came back a year later and said, wow, we were blown away by the support that we got for this car. Guess what? We're going to make them again.
We're going to make more.
And you know what it did? It destroyed the market for those people that had paid what they did on the notion that they were getting the last of that vehicle. And I think for me, there are some similarities between a GT2 RS coming back to life and those situations, because GT2 RS marketplace right now, you're under the notion that those things aren't coming back ever again. That was a limited run for 2 or 3 years, and that 2 years.
I don't even know if it was 2 years. I mean, I love Porsche. I have to be honest. I don't know much about the 2RS.
Well, similar to the 911R too. If you were lucky enough to get a 911R, you were told this is the only time it's going to happen. There's 150, 175 of them, and that's it. And now if they brought that back, like Porsche presented that car to you as a collector, which a lot of manufacturers do with super specialty vehicles, they come to you and say, hey, we know you got 20 Ferraris sitting at home. We got our new one coming out. Want to know if you want one. That's a unique opportunity. And for the people that say, yes, I want to support, you're telling me these are the facts, and then you go and change it, I think it's tough. So I am the one, I'd like to be wrong. I'd love to see another GT2 RS, but I don't think I see them bringing that back.
To touch on that point, though, being, not to, brag or anything, being a Porsche Club of America member.
You're a member?
Yeah, I am a member. I got a little plastic ID card. That's right, plastic. It's like high-end, top-notch quality. No, PCA is great, but being in the Porsche community, seeing the Porsche community, I want to say that, yes, car collectors of all makes and models, even the ones that are just like, why would you buy that? They're out there. They exist. And if you're a Porsche community person or you drive a Porsche, correct me if I'm wrong, or if you feel different, but I feel like in the Porsche world, the Porsche community, people want to drive the cars. People love the Porsche. People want to experience the cars. They want to put them on the road. They want them to be collectors, but they also want to drive them like a bat out of hell through a canyon.
For me, it goes along with, though, I don't think they should ever bring back the Carrera GT. The Carrera GT had its moment. They made them. They're highly collectible. Please don't try to remake that. The 918 Spider, same thing. Please don't try to redo an iteration. Create a new model.
Yeah. If you're going to bring it back, bring back something that's new, it's refreshed. Don't bring it back on some predecessor. That car is too old now. You can't just revamp it. And you're getting to the stage in the lifespan of the GT2s where if Porsche doesn't do anything soon, it will become that extremely rare collectible car, just rare car. The market will get flushed out of them.
Yeah.
But I think if they want to keep the GT2 RS name alive, they want to keep it in the lineup of cars, kind of how like the GT4s are, right? They were released in 2016 and then in 2020 or 21. If you guys want to have those sporadic every 5 to 6 year releases, great. You know they have the community, the people will pay the money, the market's there. But if a car is that old, if you're creeping past 6, 7,
I think I can only support that if you say up front, hey, we're going to produce this. It's limited. In 5 or 6 years, we may do another run of them.
Yeah, but
because here's the reality, and most people don't know how far out manufacturers are producing vehicles. So for Mercedes-Benz and R&D, the car that they are working on today at the factory that they're coming up with is 6 or 7 years down the road. That's how far ahead they are. So it's not that they don't know they're going to produce it. And that's probably where I have that problem with, you come out with a GT2 RS 6 years ago, whatever, and you're like, this is it, this is limited. And then all of a sudden, 2023, you're going, hey, guess what? We got a new GT2 RS coming out. I do not believe that you were not working on that car at that time.